as you guys are placing different things, when you just do a file place and you got the image off the internet, or even you did something in Photoshop, you take it and you place it. Now look, the white came through. A lot of times we're like, we don't want that. We just want the design itself. All right. So that's what I want to show you today. Some of you guys are using InDesign. Some of you guys are using Illustrator. One or two of you might be using Photoshop, and that's fine. What I want to first show you is how to do it in Illustrator. If you're doing Illustrator, all right, with your business card, how do you do that? So if I go File, Place here, all right, you can do a file open too, depending how your thing is set up. I'm just going to go to my desktop and say, all right, here's my, let's do the mail one. We'll just do, here's the mail. All right, here it is. I'm going to place it right here. All right, same type of thing. It has the white background. It's not a good thing. We just zoom in here so you can see. Whoop, a little too far. Now with this selected, remember that live trace button that we did? I'm going to image trace it here. All right, click on that guy. All right. And there you go. Now it's all vectored. All right. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to go to Object Expand. Remember doing that with the animal vector? If I go Object Expand, said OK, it makes everything an object now. And I can actually click on different areas. In this case, I'm just clicking on the white. I'm just going to delete the white areas. And that right away now then takes it so it doesn't have the background. All right, and that's an Illustrator. All right, again, I just went to Image Trace and then Object Expand, and I just double clicked on those areas. Now you might say, hey, you know what? I don't want black. I want yellow. So again, with it selected, I'm just going to go down to my fill, double click on that guy, say, hey, okay, let's make it yellow. Now that happened. But that's, I just got to change my color palette here. Whoops, if I can find it. Sorry, there it is. My color, CMYK. All right, make it yellow. If you want a green, you can change the colors around to what you want it to be. All right. So Object Expand. Change your fill then. If it does come up black and gray, just go click on your color palette, make it CMYK, and that'll happen. That's how you want to do it for Illustrator. Okay. Now you may be in InDesign, which is great, and in order to do that, whoops, there's my son. In order to do that, what we actually have to do is we have to open up. Sorry, it's freezing on us here. We're going to open up the image. I'll say this case, I'll use this image here. All right. So I have this image. And one way to do it is actually, I'm going to see what size image this is first, because that'll help. Okay, it's 7.1 and 7.1. So just hit File New. Whoops, sorry. File New. And I'm going to make one just to make sure I have plenty. 8 and 8. Now, if I scroll down a little bit, it says Background Contents. Right now it says white. If I click that drop-down menu, I want to go down to Transparent. All right. So I make the background contents transparent, and I hit Create. And it brings up just a brand new canvas, a brand new surface here with checkerboard. Checkerboard means it's actually transparent. If we print, it'll come out white because that's our paper color. But in this case, we just want the phone to be selected. All right. Now I'm going to put these side by side so it's easier for you to see. All right. Here they are side by side. Now I'm going to actually select my phone. All right. I'm just going to actually click on my magic wand tool. All the phone, in this case the red, is selected. And I'm just going to move it from here to the transparent one. All right. So I'm here on the transparent. I'm actually going to do two things here. I'm going to crop it out since I have a lot of space around it. I'm just going to crop it. All right. Then I'm going to zoom in just so you see a little bit easier what happened. All right. So here we are then with the phone with the checker background. Again, just meaning transparent. So from here, I'm just going to do a File, Save As. In this case, put it on my desktop here. And I'm going to save it as Phone Transparent. And I hit OK. Then when I go back into InDesign, if I just do a file place, I want to pick the one that is phone transparent, and I click on that, and right here it is. And again, if you remember originally, before we did it, if I just did a file place again, and I said, all right, I just want my icon, oops, there it is side by side. All right. So in order to make transparent backgrounds, Illustrator, you just again want to live trace it, expand it, and delete it. If you're in InDesign, you got to take it to Photoshop, make the transparent background, save it, and then place that in InDesign. All right.